Starting over again. I wanted to document something here. This is, I don't know if you can see that capacitor. Some LEDs, or sorry, that LED, that big bank of them, and there's some colored ones here. Apparently, this little capacitor here seems to be able to store a whole crap load of, well, not a whole crap load, but a fairly good charge, which doesn't seem to really want to drain very quickly, even with a load on it, and a fairly good load at that. Started out at about 8.8 volts before this video kind of went wonky here, but now it's down to about 8.6. It's lost about 20 millivolts. I fixed the, I solved the problem of the tower number 2 coil. It was number 5 here that was causing the problems, and so I swapped it out for the new one I wound last night. Everything's fine there now. Unfortunately, I forgot to mark which one it was. I got a pretty good idea. I think it's this one here, but I should be able to suss it out if I reconnect it again. I'll figure out which one it is. Anyways, as you can see, all the helper magnets are gone too. This will be a demonstration as well, putting no helper magnets versus helper magnets added. And I think we can fire this thing up, I suppose. See what it does. Alright, so we got some voltage right away. Fair amount, it'll probably top out about 10, it topped out about 10.9, 11 volts last time. You can hear the motor's not really running all that fast. When I scoped it with the laser thingamajig, it was just under 1,000, kind of maybe even topped out at about 1,000. You can see the current is fairly stable, about 73. It was actually closer to 70 or 69. It'll probably come down a bit once it runs for a while. Here's this is the waveform on the inductive generators, or whatever you want to, the inductor winds, the secondary winds on the bifeelers. We're getting about 25.2 volts AC peak to peak at around 200 hertz. And we'll switch that over, and we're going to show you, just switch the scope over here. This is the ground, and this over to the MOSFET, and that's what we're getting for a waveform on the actual drive coil. So there you go, Doug. There's that nice ringing that I've had some still shots of. 60 volts, over 60 and a half. It's probably closer to 61 peak to peak. Voltage, AC voltage peak to peak on the drive coils. We started out running with, we'll switch the generator, inductive generator voltage measurement over to the drive section here. I'm going to put that, it goes there on the drive, these two rails here. Actually no, this one's not connected. Oh, it is. Okay, so they're both on this power rail. These two power rails are separated, or sorry, between here and here. That was another mistake I made there. There is some connections between these two boards, but down, this line right here, where there's this big space in here, that's the isolation kind of area between the full wave bridge that feeds all that stuff over there. So yeah, you can see the currents come down to big 1-inchers. We're going to stick this one right here. So we've already got some motor speeding up. Current has come down. Now isn't that amazing? Let's see how much RPMs we gained here. Do a quick little measurement. It's probably gained itself about, let me switch hands here. About 150 RPM, maybe a little less. So there's a good gain for one stack of magnets. Now, let's go with another helper magnet. Let's put this one, how about right opposite? No. Let's put one over here. Currents come down quite a bit more. Doesn't sound like we're getting much of an increase in RPMs though. Drive voltage has come up to actually what's coming out of the power supply after the full wave bridge and the filtering cap. So actually the voltage is even higher than what I measured it coming out of the variac, or out of the power supply before I ran the motor. Current is down to 43 milliamps. And a quick calculation of that is going to yield. Now this thing is going to run long again because I'm taking all this time here. 16.87 times 0.0434 equals 732 milliwatts. So we're getting, turn this off for a second, we're getting a fair amount of light off of that. I mean, this thing here, it's a 12 volt automotive 18 LED array. Those elements look like 1 waters. Looks like the 1 water that's in this puppy here. Although I really can't see that. I mean, if it is 18 watts, obviously it can go a hell of a lot brighter than this. Anywho's. Okay, let's, I'm going to set the camera down just for a minute here. We can, wait, put it down somewhere where you guys can see something here. Maybe I can use this. Yeah, there's something there. Okay, so we're going to set that there. I've got some more magnets here. Let's get North Pole. I'm going to put one over here. And we're going to put one over here. And where else can we put one? I've got some more here. Oh yeah, we got one here. We can put here. And maybe, guess what? I think that's an attractor, so this is North Pole. Well, the current's gone way down here. Let me grab the camera. Got helper magnets on everything here. Current's gone way down. You can see that right there. Voltage on the drive has gone up. I don't know how that's working. RPMs have come way down, but let's take that one helper magnet on tower 5, which is where the Hall probe is. That's probably what's going on with that. We've talked about that before, having the helper magnet near the Hall probes. Anyways, we're at 41 milliamps and 16.9 volts. I don't know how that can be, because There ain't no 16.9 volts coming out of the power supply. I measured it. It was 16.8. Anyways, as we can see, we haven't quite got the speed up that we normally get with the helper magnets here. But there is definitely speed up and reduction in current, so that is undisputable. Okay, now we're going to get out the AC cap here that we were running before. That old beastie there. Connect that there. That to the power rail. Now, let's see what happens when we hook that into the... And there it goes. Current got bumped up a bit, but not too much. That's looking really good. That's looking very good. Normally it gets up at well over 300. Voltage has come down somewhat. Our ringing is gone, as usual. Peak-to-peak voltage come down to about half of what it was before, 34 volts AC peak-to-peak. That's stabilizing out. Voltage coming down a little bit more, stabilizing a tad. Current's coming up some more, but this is really good. If it was down at 40 milliamps, 41, and it comes up to 76 here, and we're gonna see what the RPMs are doing. It's sounding like it's really not stopping. It's oh boy, where are we gonna poke in here? In there, can we get in? Looks like about can't get a good reading here. There's all this shit in the way. No, can't get in there. Damn it. If I could get in here. I'm moving this capacitor. Sorry about the jumpy film work here. Get rid of this. And move this over here, and then we can sneak our little meter in here. 3,200 RPMs, so that's not bad. Usually goes a lot faster with that cap on there. We're seem to be stabilized at 80 milliamps. That's damn good. Let's do a quick little calculation on the phone here. Okay, we got, I'm gonna guess a couple watts running here. I don't normally run the voltage on this thing much over 12 or 13 volts, 12 volts. For some reason I had it stuck on 16 plus here, so 16.4, that there, 16.4 times, we'll just call it 80 milliamps, .080 equals 1.3 watts, less than what I thought it would be. So we're getting 3,200 RPMs out of 1.3 watts. Again, not too bad. Okay, now let's see what happens if the current's going to go up with a little bit of drag on the motor. No, it's going to go down. So loading the shaft is like putting a little pulley on it and running, another generator. Unfortunately, the thing is the more drag you put on it, the slower your generator works, so that's a problem. We need more torque on the motor, which means in my opinion, bigger magnets. So anyways, let's see what the inductive business is doing over here with the what did I do? Wrong side. Okay. You can see that our inductive windings here are 24 volts peak to peak. They've changed shape considerably. Got a lot less heavy ringing and a lot more fine ringing, I guess. Kind of some noise across those things, and kind of lost our waveform. Our top's flattened out a bit. There's some spikes in here. Anyways, I think that should be it for now. It was kind of a good demo for this time around, considering when we've got this puppy hooked up, we're not sucking 300 milliamps like it was before in the other video. So I'm guessing something's changed. It could be that one coil there was really causing some problems. These helper magnets here, I normally have them raised up a bit, and that because they're not kind of lined up with the center of the coils like this one is, or these ones here. So I'm going to rectify that situation. I'm going to shut this off momentarily, and then I don't know if I can pause this thing. I don't think there is a pause button on it. Alright, I'm just going to shut it down. I'll maybe have to make another one. Oh.